All right, guys. So you're being sued by a debt collector. This is not a game. It's not a game. You're being sued by a debt collector. Now, what can you do if you're being sued by a debt collector? Well, if you get a summons or a statement of claim in the mail, you need to answer. It's important that you answer because if you don't answer, this could lead to a possible default judgment. So I've created a program. It's called Forbidden AI. And in this program, I have a whole bunch of defenses that you can use when you're being sued by that collector. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to show you, I'm going to share screen, and I'm just going to go over some of the possible things that you could do if you're being sued by that collector. Now, you should start seeing the screen. You should be able to see the screen. Let me get it right here. All right, so let's talk about how to use these as legal defenses when you're being sued, right? So each section includes defense strategy, statute, case law, examples in court, suggested objection, or motion phase. So let's say that collector unauthorizedly pull your credit. You could use number one, unauthorized inquiry defense. Use if a creditor or debt buyer, debt collector pull your credit without your permission. So the defense strategy would be to challenge the standing and evidence by arguing that the plaintiff had no permissible purpose under 15 USC 1681 BF. And the case law that we're going to use is a Norman versus TransUnion, Sterling versus Bloomberg, and we're going to build our entire case on this. So let's say that you're in court. So it could be something like, Your Honor, the plaintiff has not submitted any evidence of a permissible purpose under 15 USC 1681B. Under Norman versus TransUnion, the burden is on them to prove they had the right to access my credit report. Without that, the inquiry is illegal and should be stricken. And you can talk about objection, lack of permissible purpose, move to strike any evidence obtained via unauthorized inquiry, and there's much more you can do. But when it comes to being sued, you must answer. It's important that you answer because if you, like I said earlier, if you got a summons in the mail or a statement of claim, you need to answer paragraph by paragraph. And the three ways you want to answer, right? So it's not a million ways, it's either one, two, or three. You either deny, you either lack sufficient evidence, so you deny, or you admit. So you're either going to admit to what they're saying, which I don't recommend anybody do. You don't admit, I'm going to deny everything and I lack sufficient information. Therefore, I deny because they're saying that, oh, we're LV&V funding and we own this debt. You don't know that LV&V funding owned this debt. How do you know that? Oh, they sent me a statement and a picture in the mail. Okay, what does that mean? That means absolutely nothing. Don't admit to anything. So they're going to say, oh, you're the owner of the account, but the only digits you see in a 17-digit account number is only the last four digits. How do you know that all the rest of the numbers belong to you? Don't be swindled. Don't be caught in their trap. All right? Don't be caught in their trap. If you want to learn more, if you want the full document, it's inside my community, it's inside my mentorship. All you have to do is click the link below. If you're being sued by a debt collector, do not ignore this. It could cost you significantly. All right? Don't ignore it. Don't.